All right, welcome on in, folks. We are tracking yet another day of some pretty busy weather out there.
A lot of busy weather. We got the rain, we got the snow, almost a rinse and repeat of what we had really the last couple of days. This is going to be the second of 3 systems moving through, so we are not done with the activity.
Thankfully today, not quite as bad as yesterday, because Crystal and I were here at this exact same time tracking some severe weather that was moving through portions of the West Valley. Things are a little calmer now, but still could potentially put a wrench in your afternoon and evening commute.
That's very true. Yeah, yesterday we had those severe thunderstorms. Not really seeing the case here, but we are seeing a very cloudy one as you join us right now. Take a look at that. Overcast skies, 65 degrees, so it's noticeably cooler out here because we have some colder air that's moved through. Now the winds right now coming in from the southeast at 8 miles an hour. But speaking of those cooler temperatures, especially across the high country, those higher elevations, that has facilitated for some measurable snow, which we're going to be talking about. So up north towards Flagstaff, 33 degrees, so a little bit above freezing right there, 39 towards the Grand Canyon, but you can just see, just statewide speaking, we are so much cooler with that cooler air, and we do have that precipitation that is pushing through. So there's a look at Fox Vision right now. We have snow across the high country. In fact, we also have, we talked about that measurable snow towards Snowfall as well. I do want to take it across the state and show you a couple of alerts that we have in place. So right here, I'll actually pause our camera as well just to give you that outlook. But we do have a couple of alerts in place near Sedona. We got a flood advisory in place due to some of the rain that we've been seeing. This flood watch, of course, done by excessive rainfall. It's going to continue to hold on at least till tonight. So definitely be prepared for those conditions if you are in that area. We also do have a warning in place as well. This flood warning also bringing us some thunderstorms. So this is near Fossil Creek. Let's see if I can pull that up. We are looking at some pretty intense rain that's been producing those flooding conditions, and you can see it right there as we are looking at radar. So that's going to be sticking around with us at least till 2:30, so be prepared. Life-threatening flash flooding due to these thunderstorms producing those conditions out there. So this is around State Route 260 near mile marker 248 and State Route 87. So if you are in these areas, we have been seeing anywhere between 1.5 to 3 inches that has already fallen, and an additional 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch of rain is still possible in these warned areas. So flash flooding is still ongoing, and we are expecting again to be under these conditions at least till 2:30. We love to see the purple, folks. We have been seeing some snow. In fact, are we able to pull up our Snowfall camera? Let's talk about Snowfall for a little bit, because they wow.
Look at that.
Over a winter wonderland, especially since they're going to be opening up pretty soon. Is it this weekend?
Friday.
Oh, wow. Okay. So far in the past 2 days, they've received close to 2 feet of snow, so about 22 inches. You can see right there, we're seeing some flurries, very dense fog out there, but we see the powder out there. We see the snow. Thank goodness, especially just in time for you winter sports lovers out there. So beautiful conditions out there. Again, this is all due to a couple of systems that we've had, and we are looking at some more rain and snow on the radar, but taking it back here across the state, if we can take it back to radar, we are still looking at some showers developing. So you can see here across the valley, we've been pretty on and off the last couple of hours, especially this morning. You can see shower activity is coming in from the south, tracking up north, even towards Pinal and Pima counties. We are seeing some embedded thunderstorms along the way. So towards the 10, we're starting to see that filter in. Very isolated in nature, though. Let's see if I can pause this real quick. So
and while you're pausing that, we're getting some folks asking if this is going to start to kind of, as you mentioned, kind of filter back into the area. Some folks in the Scottsdale area are asking if this could affect them. We've got some folks, we've got about 100 or 200 people, I should say, watching right now on TikTok, so we do appreciate that. But again, this is just going to be continuing to move up into the valley, so that Scottsdale area probably could get some additional rain this afternoon.
Yeah, in fact, let's walk you through what we have going on for the rest of today. So we got this low, and that's actually going to be producing some more rain potential, especially for later this afternoon and evening. So definitely be prepared to work around those changing weather conditions as we are seeing some more rain on the way, and that's going to continue to move from west to east. So we're saying at around 4 o'clock, I'll actually pull up another Futurecast to show you exactly what we're looking at. But this is our European model just to show you some of the systems that are going to be moving through. We got another low that's going to be moving through by, we're going to say, Friday heading into the weekend. The best chances, really just depending on where this low is situated, could be for this weekend in particular. We could see for Friday afternoon for western Arizona, we're starting to see that push through. And depending on how further south this sinks through, we could see a wet one for your Saturday afternoon heading into Sunday morning as well. I am
nonstop, isn't it?
It is pretty nonstop, and we've been seeing it pretty much all this week. And again, I do want to show you exactly with this next model. We're seeing widespread cloud coverage towards Yavapai County. We're also going to be seeing some brief and heavy downpours right now as you join us this afternoon. Putting this into motion again, on and off showers. You can see within that 2 o'clock threshold, we are going to start to see some isolated showers developing. Take a look at that. This is what 3 o'clock is looking like. So you can see quite sporadic in nature. You can see snow levels also dropping across those higher elevations, but it's really just all over the state is where we are seeing those on and off showers. So heading into that 5 o'clock hour, starting to see showers north of the valley developing. But it looks as though, again, there's that on and off activity. 6 o'clock across the East Valley, seeing some showers developing and even popping up towards Pinal County as well.
We have another question in the chat. This is from V that is joining us on TikTok. She is asking about the winds, because yesterday those winds really did kind of pick up, especially kind of at the front end of some of those storms moving in to the Phoenix metro area. V, I know you're watching. If you want to tell us maybe where you're located, we can give Ashley kind of a better area to maybe pinpoint some of those winds, because they've been fairly light throughout the entire state today, with the exception of some of those little storms that are kind of moving through.
Yeah, so yesterday it definitely was a windy one, right? We had a lot of instability. Right now, though, as you see those wind speeds, they're coming in from the south. They're definitely not as windy, but with any of those storms that push through, especially later on this evening, we're certainly looking at the potential for some stronger wind potential. So definitely be prepared for those changing conditions that we could see when it comes to those winds. But as far as where we stand right now, looking pretty solid. Again, it's really just whenever we have those storms pushing through that could certainly change things up on us. I do want to show you that Futurecast wind gust model and kind of see where we stand for the rest of today. So you can see it across eastern Arizona. Show low, for example, near 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Could get breezy at times here in the valley as those storms, a new round, start to fire up near that 4 o'clock hour. As far as those winds go, definitely, though, not as gusty and windy as we saw. So it looks as though winds are going to be on the calmer end, but again, it really is dependent on the thunder activity that we could potentially see. Really, those storms, we'll say, could produce some of those gustier winds. But as far as that goes, when it comes to winds, it looks as though definitely not as strong as yesterday.
Okay, some other folks are asking about any potential for flooding here in the metro area, and it looks like we probably don't have anything from the National Weather Service at this hour like we did yesterday.
Yeah, right now we're not looking at any flooding concerns. This system in particular, definitely not as unstable as the last one that we saw. So right now that's not a concern for us, but any storms that do develop, they could produce some brief and heavy downpours of rain. We've seen it the last couple of days. We saw it yesterday. It's really just a matter of how these storms fire up. Again, they're going to be coming in from the south, pushing further up north. So again, as we take a look at that Fox vision right now here in the valley, we are looking fairly spotty when it comes to showers, but later on this evening and even this afternoon, that 2 o'clock hour, there you have it. Whenever we see those pops of yellow and red, we do have those heavier pockets of rain. So there is a potential that we could see some heavier downpours with that next weather maker. But as far as that goes, really the timing of it, really, as you guys get off of work, be prepared for a little bit of a showery commute, especially along and north of the valley. You can see those pockets of rain and even those snow levels lowering towards Flagstaff as well, which, by the way, Flag picked up a couple of inches today. A little bit slick out there, and it looks as though more snow may be on its way as those temperatures drop overnight tonight into the overnight hours.
Real quick, I don't know if Martine can pull up the Flagstaff camera for us, because we've been watching this all afternoon, and it started off this morning. We saw some slushy roads out there, and then we had a little bit of a break, and then we started to see those flurries kind of off and on throughout the afternoon.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this. This is a live picture right now. Looks like no flurries. I was hoping we might see a couple.
Yeah.
You never know. But this is a cool shot up in the Flagstaff area. Just gives you an idea of what they did see earlier this morning. And as we head into the afternoon, as Ashley has been forecasting the possibility of maybe seeing a few more sprinkles and even more snow up in the high country. Yeah. And this is perfect timing for this, because we mentioned earlier that, oh, look at this. We're getting some photos in.
Oh, wow. Talk about a winter wonderland. Oh, my goodness.
So this is in Parks. Look at that. You see her car there. What is that? Would you estimate? Maybe 3 to 4 inches on top of that? So that's pretty good. Just goes to show you how much snow we have been seeing already up in the high country. I don't know, do we have any more photos? Because if you have any, keep them coming. There's that QR code in the top right of your the screen there. If you want to use that, we would love to see those photos.
And also just a reminder, I mean, the weather's changing, folks. So if you're going to want to take it up north, be prepared for those changing road conditions, and make sure that your vehicle is equipped to withstand, again, the snow, the slickness of it. I mean, you saw that Flagstaff camera. Yeah, it looks dry, but those temperatures are near freezing, so there could be some slick road conditions out there as well. So just a friendly reminder, especially for our newbies out there. We definitely want to make sure that we're safe with those changing weather elements. You can see our downtown camera right now, a very cloudy one, very thick and dense in nature. No rain right now. However, as you saw with that Futurecast, we are looking at another round of some of those isolated showers. That's really just been on and off the last couple of days. And don't forget that some of those pockets of rain could definitely bring in some brief and heavy downpours. So just keep an eye on the sky, as we're also keeping an eye on those cameras. Beautiful camera out in Sedona.
It is pretty nice. And I was just looking at some of the comments we've been getting on TikTok. Miguel says he is hearing some thunder in the Santan Valley area and a little bit of rain there as well. So we just love to get your reports from you and those photos. But man, it's been active, and you're not done yet. You have another busy night ahead of you, Ashley, don't you? Another busy night ahead, and don't forget, folks, even late this week, heading into the weekend, we are looking at some more rain potential. So definitely be prepared for the changing weather. Keep an eye on the sky. You know all the terms. When thunder roars, go indoors. I like that. I should put that on a t-shirt for you. I do have one. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us for the special edition of your weather and whatever. That's right.